Alrighty guys, as you here brings another Dragon Ball Legends TOP guide video. I know we're a little bit late on this, so I do apologize in advance. I've been juggling a lot of things, but anyways, last season we ended off at rank 3664, which did result on us getting the top cut title, as well as a guaranteed juicy 1000 cc. Once again, we did use Buhan at 3 stars and he did amazing, so I think it is safe to say we will be pumping him with Z power. And remember, there will always be timestamps in the description below, that way you guys can go ahead and get to where you need to go. So the first thing we're going to be talking about is our pathing, and so I always have a loosely based pathing for the season. I try to make it as easy / convenient as possible. The circled fights are the most important thing though, right? Because if you guys are familiar with TOP, it does reward you on your win streak, specifically on your 5th win streak, your 10th, your 15th, 20th, and 25th. Those are the quote-unquote big boy battles, right? Those are the fights where you want to go and challenge the most difficult stages. And by difficult, I mean not necessarily like you're going up against the whole Fusion Warrior squad or anything like that, but I mean in literal difficulty. Like there's 3/5 stage, 4/5 stage, 5/5 stage. You want to go for the 5/5 stage. But when it comes to the rest of the pathing, the pathing that you see in blue, you can deviate from it. So now let's go ahead and talk about tips and tricks. You do want to get your friendship rank up. You want your entire TOP team to be at friendship rank 10 because it does increase your overall stats within the TOP game mode exclusively. A lot of my regeneration units are already at friendship rank 10, and that's what I do off camera is I farm up the rest of the regeneration characters that I don't have at friendship rank 10 to friendship rank 10 just to overly prepare for them, right? For example, let's take a look at this orange Piccolo right here. We can look at his regular stats and you can see his key restore speed is 2542, which is already good. At friendship rank 10 though, specifically for TOP, it jumps up to 2669. That's the funny number right there too, right? And you do see that jump across all of your stats. In order to increase your friendship rank, you want to be doing your daily Let's Fight event stages. You get 3 of these a day, or you want to go into story mode. You're gonna select a part 6, book 1, chapter 8, and it is going to be this fight against Yellow Super Saiyan 3 Goku. Although this stage specifically takes forever, so I recommend sticking to the Let's Fight events. If you want to speed up the process, consider farming 18 friendship rank equips. Yes, I said 18. These stack in order to maximize the amount of friendship points you gain. It does not matter if they are on your bench members or not. This is the equip in question, and you can get it from the Z Metal shop. This is the team I use for farming my friendship rank. Once I get a unit to friendship rank 10, I swap them out for another unit. So now let's talk specifically about our pathing right here. So the first kind of tricky fight they're going to go against is LOE. So what I like to do here is either take out the Broly and Chile assist unit or the full power Frieza first, because they will inflict debuffs on turn 2. If you can kill both on turn 1, even better. Next we have this God Key stage. You want to kill Beerus first because he will stun you at the start of turn 2. If you can kill Tapion in turn 1, that is also huge since he reduces one of your units' super gauge to 0 at the start of turn 2. Next we do have this green Gogeta stage. You want to kill that Gogeta first since he will super and stun you on turn 3. I do like to save the Regen before the end since he will mitigate a blast arts while simultaneously stunning you in the process. Next we have this double Broly stage. Personally, I like to kill the Ultra Broly before turn 2 to avoid the stun and then immediately target the Sparking Broly since he also stuns at the end of turn 2. But if you have your own approach to this stage, then that is fine. Now we have this Beerus and Whis stage. This one's really annoying because they both stun you at the start of turn 2. Personally, I like going for Whis first since he supports the team. But ideally, you want to get both Whis and Beerus in turn 1, or else you're going to have to eat at least 1 stun. Next, we have the infamous Kid Gohan stage. You have to kill the Kid Gohan first and foremost, and if you can, kill Beerus in turn 1 as well. Next, we have Sagas with Ultra Gogeta. Just kill Ultra Gogeta first, and you will be fine. Whatever you do, though, do not save him for last because he does build super gauge per dead ally. Next, we have a USS-based kind of team. There's double stuns here. I know that's annoying. Jiren will stun you on turn 1, so you have to deal with it. You can't avoid that. But you can stop Green Beerus from stunning you on turn 2. So kill him first, and remember that Bergamo can mitigate an attack and MUI can counter an attack. So Again, very annoying stage. So next we have this double tag unit stage. Typically you see me run a lot of blue units here, so I will go for the tag droids first so I can stop them from tagging out. And Vegeta is also a heavy hitter, but not as scary as Ultra Gogeta. Plus he won't gain a super attack if you save him for last, but he does have a blast counter. Next we have Vegeta family. Kill the green Mai before she stuns at the end of turn 2, and make sure to kill the buff Trunks before the Vegeta unit, or else he will get 100% to super gauge. Next we have this Goku Black stage. I do like saving the red Zamasu for last, since he will inflict a plethora of debuffs upon death, but some people have found that he super attacks if you do that. So if you guys are in that position, maybe attack him earlier on, but that's what I usually do, right? But also I like to go for the blue Goku Black first, since he does provide support for his team. It's either the blue Goku Black or the yellow Goku Black, one of those two. So next we have this triple ultra stage. I know it looks very scary, but it's only a 3/5 stage at least, right? I'm going for Ultra Broly first to avoid the turn 2 stun, and then I am immediately gunning for Ultra Gogeta. The rest should, emphasize on should, come naturally. If there's any fights you think I should have covered, definitely let me know. So now let's move on into our top teams. First we have Sagas from the movies. So first off, Zenkai Turles, the purple one, is in Z tier, which is why I'm assuming this team is going to be really popular this season. Not only him, but the EX 1000 as well. And we already know that the 1000 provides amazing buffs for a singular cooler unit, which more than likely will be that EX blue cooler majority of the time. That's what you see both of them on backup right here on the right hand side. This player is ranked 13, running both of those units as well. Purple Bojack is in S tier. I love Purple Bojack just because he has a heal on third turn that heals by 10%, which is a lot in this game mode, and at the start of the second turn you also get 100% to your special move gauge. But I think what gives this team the most edge is the variety, right? Because this guy is using Beast Gohan, right? And if you guys are wondering what tier Beast Gohan is in, it's in C tier. Do not be scared of using 1 or 2 C tier units, because even though C tier is giving 0% to your bonus points, I have seen multiple teams where the user slaps on multiple C tier units such as UGB, or even weird cases where the user is using Sagas with UGB and UVB, who isn't even Sagas to the movies, and they're still finding success. Obviously this guy is ranked 13. My personal addition here would always to be including a healer though, whether it be Gamma 2 or Yellow Cooler Movie Goku, which is who I have right here. He does heal these specific tiles, so ideally I would have the Beast Gohan right here, right? But whenever he gets hit, he will heal those in range. You could even go to Z tier and pick up Zaha, who does not buff the tag movies, but he has an unrestricted heal. And like I said, him being Z tier does make him a popular option for the season. We have another very diverse team with Saiyans. We do have the outlier of Zaha here once again, but remember, he is Z tier and has that non-discriminate heal plus the debuffs that he provides. He's very valuable. And even if you don't want to use him, Saiyans have so many healer options, such as the EX Namek Goku, who I do believe is in S tier. Yeah, he's right here. And then you can see right here on my backup, I have this Angel Vegeta, and I believe he is A tier, which is also still pretty good. And you also have to remember that the EX Fasha heals too, specifically for Bardock tag. That's why you do see here placed next to this Tora. But honestly, if you're like me, again, reiterating that you're not going for the top ranks, you just want to be in that sweet spot for that 1000 CC. So Saiyans can get you there easily. Again, do not be afraid of C tier. There's so many good units right here, like this Go Frieza, for example. He is amazing. They are amazing, right? If you wanted to bring them in another unit of your choice, that is fine. And there's so many Saiyan teams in the leaderboard, you can pick and choose. You have so many options here for this squad. So next we have androids. I'm not going to say too much about this team except that Red 18 has that indiscriminate heal, which is amazing. That Yellow Cell also has the heal specifically for androids, so you are good there. In terms of having resilience, a toughness, the ability to just kind of tank your way through to the end, it's there. Zenkai 16 has the unrestricted cover change, which is brilliant, and by unrestricted I mean your allies do not have to be below an HP threshold, and you can manipulate it so that he's only cover changing for one specific unit. Right here he would only be cover changing for that Red 18, and so the beloved Super 13 also has a guaranteed super at the start of turn 3. He also has a really high key restore speed. This team is similar to Regen, in which it is going to guarantee you the 1000 CC every single season. If you want to watch someone do a walkthrough with androids, please check out Andy Aid Gaming. I have mentioned him before, but he is truly your go-to Android's main. He will be linked in the description alongside this timestamp. So next we have what I think is the safest team this season, GT. Super Baby 2 is an absolute no-brainer. He is out of C tier purgatory, which is massive. Even though he only got bumped up to B tier, he's still massive because he is the best healer for the tag GT or the tag Regeneration. This red EX Super Baby 2 has definitely won me over. We've used him on our own Regen team, and he did pretty damn good. He's going to do even better here since he does want ally GT or powerful opponent. And that EX Omega Shenron is so good, bro. Like, maybe not the most broken or anything like that, but I do love the fact that he gets 20% to a super gauge per fight because he gets 5% per blast arts attack. So in a full fight, of course, if it ends on turn 3, you're not getting that full 20%. But on the special move arts hit, you restore your own health by 5% and you inflict all enemies with strong poison for 2 turns. And even if you're not confident in your stars on him, like me, I only have him at 3 stars on an EX unit. That's a bit of a no-no, right? You have other blue units that can easily replace them, such as this Shenron if you want to support your team. He supports the entire board. If you want someone that's going to mitigate some damage, you have this Ice Shenron who will mitigate a strike arts, and he will also provide he stuns them too, right? So that's pretty good. Even this Baby Vegeta, he puts a debuff on them, only well for blast damage, right? So it's a little bit iffy. I know that GT is a little bit more strike based, so that one's a little bit iffy. I also really like this red Zenkai Goku because he does get 50% to his special move gauge each fight, so he's going to be supering every other fight. And this, again, if you're not worried about reaching the high ranks, go into C tier. You can see right here, I picked up the Ultra Omega. I like him. I don't have that Majube that this player right here on the right hand side is running. Or you could even put the tag 4s in instead of that green Baby Vegeta up there, right? The world is your oyster with GT. And last but not least, we have Regen. And I actually found a Regen user in the top 200. So you can use my team, you can use his team. Either way, Regen will also guarantee you that 1000 CC. So let's go over my team real quick, right? So in Z tier, we do have the purple cell pickup. I like this guy a lot because of the full board debuffs. This red Baby Vegeta, I do like him a lot. He holds his own. I'm getting into the habit of running double reds here. That's what you're gonna see for this run. And S tier, we do have the EX Baby Vegeta. He does provide blast-based debuffs and stuff like that, but if you don't want to bring him in, you could easily bring in this second form cell. And then in A tier, we have some of our favorites that we usually use. This Kamikolo. This person is using Slug over the Kamikolo. You can do that too. And then we also have this green first form cell, who I do like using a lot. And even if you guys don't want to use him, you could sub him out for the Fat Boo, just like this user has done, right? His only green unit is that Fat Boo, and he's going to be a secondary healer for you as well, making sure that you last throughout the entire board. And then finally in B tier, we have Bootanks, the GOAT. This man he makes ToP so easy, especially if you're just trying to get through this casually, which is usually what I like to do. He super attacks on turn 1. That red 21 is beautiful as well, like literally beautiful, right? And she's just a great unit, and Super Baby 2, we stroke him off enough. He's amazing. But going back to the red 21, if you have Buhan at higher stars, he is at A tier, so I would replace the red 21 with the Buhan, as long as you have him 7 stars or above. So now we have arrived at the final segment of the video, which is taking a look at the new characters. We're going to start off with the Path to Power Goku. At max stats, his key restore speed is 2,350. That's pretty rough, right? It's not necessarily the best. He does hit the blue card and the ultimate arts at the start of the battle, 80% to damage inflicted, minus 20% to damage received, and at the start of the first turn, you activate your green card essentially, you apply buff effect, nullify attribute downgrades twice, and nullify abnormal conditions twice. At the start of the turn, 10% to damage inflicted, 5% to damage inflicted, that activates twice. These cannot be cancelled either. And 5% to key recovery, that's pretty good. That percentage makes a big difference. Plus 10% to special move gauge charge rate. It would have been better if it was just 10% to the special move gauge instead of the charge rate. And every time this character defeats an enemy, allies in range restores health by 1%, 10% to damage inflicted. And that's a pretty good radius right there, I would say. I think it's a little bit niche because it's going to be hard to just let him get all of the kills, right? You're not going to be able to plan that out necessarily. But I think it is interesting. I don't think he's bad by any means. does have a strike cover change with the health restriction of 30%. And again, a good range right there, right? On the third turn, on strike arts hit, you have a 30% chance to follow with another strike arts. Just only on the third turn though, that feels a little bit of a cop-out. And on the third turn, once again, on a blast arts hit, 30% chance to follow with the blast. So it's the same thing for his strike and his blast, I guess. And at the start of the fourth turn, you restore your own health by 3%, 15% to special move gauge, and you upgrade that special move. I would say he's pretty good, right? Not the most broken thing in the world, but he's pretty good. What does he buff? Because I actually forget what his main ability is here. 38% to Dragon Ball Saga, Sagas from the movies, or Sun Family. Would he be... I don't know if he replaces... Because Sagas from the movies has a lot of good purples. I don't know, especially if he is going to be trapped in C-tier purgatory. I think Ultra Gogeta Blue specifically, would do better there. And even for Sun Family, Go Frieza has purple on lock, right? So, I don't know. Alright, so next we have Android 8, aka Aider, my guy. ToP stats, max stats right here. He is looking at 2,226 Qs, worse than Kid Goku's, that sucks. He has the blue card and the ultimate right here. At the start of the battle, 75% to damage inflicted, 15% damage reduction, plus 22 key recovery, and applies the effect. Nullifies abnormal conditions at the start of the second turn. Activate your green card. 40% to damage inflicted for one turn, plus 15% to special move damage inflicted, cannot be cancelled, and 15% to ultimate damage inflicted. Before receiving a strike arts attack, health restricted by 30%, he does perform that cover change. After receiving an attack, multi-targets, 20% to own damage inflicted, cannot be cancelled, activates once, and inflicts enemy with attribute downgrade, minus 20 to key recovery. Oh, dude, no, I think he actually looks pretty rough. I'm not going to go ahead and say he's Dookie Water, but I don't think he's that good at all. If defeated, allies restore health by 5. You don't want him to be defeated. This is something that you have to be concerned. So he has death buffs. This is something you're going to have to be concerned about while fighting him. Not something to be worried about. You don't want this to proc when he's on your team, essentially. That's why I don't really like abilities like this. So next we have Master Roshi. Unfortunately, I heard he is awful in PvP. Let's take a look at him in ToP. 2,226 Q restore speed. Again, all these guys are very much so on the lower side. Blue card, ultimate arts that he has. Start of the battle, 70% to damage inflicted. That seems to be the norm. 30% to special move damage inflicted, 30% to ultimate damage inflicted, minus 15% to damage received, and 30% to special move gauge charge rate. So very big on the charge rate here. On attack, 15% to damage inflicted for one turn, and 5% to special move gauge on attack. So that means he's getting 20% a fight. So just like the blue EX and Mega Shenron, right? So this is actually pretty good, because not only is he going to get that 20%, he also gets that 30% special move gauge charge rate. So I don't necessarily know the math to combine those together because they're different values, right? Special move gauge compared to the special move gauge charge rate. But I do imagine he'll be building the super attacks fairly quickly. And on special move arts hit, he cancels attribute upgrades. On ultimate arts activation, you cancel upgrades as well. And on ultimate arts hit, you inflict a cat and attack for one turn. That one's a little bit niche again, right? Because if you're hitting someone with the ultimate, ideally you want to just get that kill. I don't want to stun them, I just want to kill them, right? So that one's kind of weird. Before receiving a blast art, so blast cover change, health restriction of 30%. At the end of turn, multi-target, you restore your own health by 1%, amazing. 5% to own special move gauge, another 5% here. At the end of every turn? So you're getting 40%, probably 50% with the super move gauge charge rate. And then 10% to damage inflicted by allies and range for one turn. At the start of turn, own health is 60% or below, activate special action. Your green card, right? And then once you do activate that, you restore health by 2. Dude, there's a lot of healing here too, right? Yeah, so 3% healing right there already. 20% to damage inflicted. And 15 on your green card, you get another 15% to special move gauge, and you upgrade your special move art. Oh, wait, listen. Okay. I read this a little bit wrong. Your health has to be 60% or below. That sucks. That actually sucks. If he didn't have this restriction right here, he probably would be an S tier unit. I'm not gonna lie. Maybe an A tier because he only buffs Dragon Ball Saga or Sagas from the movies. Or no, actual Sagas from the movies is... Wow. Max base health? A yellow? That's... I don't know. I think he would be an S tier unit. What do you guys think? I think he's the best out of the bunch though. Last but not least, we're going to take a look at free-to-play DKB. So ToP stats. Let's look at maximum stats. 2,133 for KD restore speed is abnormally low, actually. He has the blue card here. First ability, 65% damage inflicted. So got a little bit shafted there, right? Usually 70% for the 1% units, for the premium units. 15% to blast damage inflicted, 15% to damage reduction, and plus 70 to ki recovery. That's not helping his ki recovery. If it said plus 70%, maybe. Plus 70, not so much. According to battle turn, first turn inflicts enemy with attribute downgrade minus 50 to ki recovery. It's not necessarily bad. Second turn inflicts all enemy with attribute downgrade 10% to damage received. That's pretty good actually. Third turn inflicts enemy with attribute downgrade minus 15% to damage inflicted. Okay, I'm digging it. On the fourth turn, I'm sorry, plus 30% to own special move gauge. That's not bad. At the start of the third turn, multi-target plus 80 to own ki recovery. Still not. I don't think that's necessarily gonna help. We'll have to put it into practice, but I don't think it's gonna help him. Inflicts enemy with attribute downgrade plus 15% to damage received for one turn. Inflicts enemy with attribute downgrade minus 50 to maybe it does help him because he's like reducing the enemy's ki restore speed while also increasing his own slightly. So maybe it does matter. On Blast Art's attack, you restore your own health by 1%, 15% to own blast damage inflicted, and you inflict enemy with attribute downgrade plus 15%. Dude, he actually looks really solid. And on Special Move Art's attack, 30% to special move damage inflicted. I think he is extremely solid, especially for a free-to-play unit. Well done. Alright, so that's going to go ahead and wrap it up for today's video. Hopefully you guys did enjoy. If you have any questions, comments, or concerns related to ToP or ToP in general, or the season, whatever it may be, please do let me know. If you guys do enjoy the content, make sure you guys leave a like, and maybe even consider hitting that subscribe button, and I will see you guys in the next one. Later!